I started coming in part to participate in panels and various and sundry activities at Springboard, and that sort of morphed into now me sort of giving a Springboard keynote address that really kind of talks about the state of affairs of the television and film industries. Kind of an annual review, if you will, of what's going on, why it's going on, and sort of hopefully where it's going. All of this is changing. All this is changing how we produce, what we produce, why we produce, and I think it's none of it is going away. So the old media will not go away. It won't be the dead media. The new media is sort of already the current media, so we should stop calling it new media, and we should really be talking about the next media, which is to say, well, what is going to be the next way that we really consume? Ultimately, I think it's all headed down a path of utilizing broadband and the internet, and I think I don't think the cable bundle goes away. I think it's still incredibly important for content. For content producers, I think it's a great moment because I think all of these different platforms are looking for and consuming content, and I think that's a great opportunity for people to take advantage of, in terms of production, writing, directing, so on and so forth. More content, the better. I think festivals like the Victoria Film Festival will continue to be important no matter what happens with respect to how we consume content as a consumer. I believe that it's very important to have these markets where people can get together not only to screen movies that they may not otherwise see, but also to take part in these industry events like Springboard. I think it's pretty important that people get face-to-face contact. I think that you only get that sort of contact at these events. And moreover, I think even for consumers, you can go on Netflix, you can go on Amazon, you can tune in to a channel to watch films. But what a festival provides is a curated view of the world that you're not going to get on your own. As much as I may love film or TV, it's great to have somebody sort of create a program, if you will, of content that I can go see and seek out things I might not even know about. So I think festivals will continue to be very, very important. And I think it's pretty interesting that for the 22 years of the Victoria Film Festival, it's been able to do that for Victoria. And I think that's a very valuable service for the community. I think the festival does a tremendous job of programming, great documentaries, great films from all over the world. I think that to the extent that you look at the future and you see the greater role that TV is playing, that a lot of the great cinema for me is now coming out of TV. If you look at shows like Breaking Bad, for example, it's very cinematic, and I'm not sure those projects would ever survive the process to get made as films. I think that their TV has stepped in and filled that gap. I think whether it's HBO or Netflix or AMC or Amazon, they're just great projects that are getting made that wouldn't be made otherwise. Also, to the extent that online media creates more opportunity for more content, I think that it would be very interesting to fold in some of that content into the festival. It's tricky, I think, because obviously online content is available online. So it's easier to go Google it and find it and see it. I think television content is maybe not quite as accessible, but fairly accessible. But I do think to the extent that the festival moves forward and thinks about other artistic sort of means of video expression, if nothing else, then yeah, I think it would be great for the festival to consider sort of a TV category or an online category. Because even if you can Google something and find it, it's the act of curating the art. It's the act of somebody saying, here's something that you may not know about, and directing you to it that exposes people to things. So I think that there's absolutely a place for TV and other video in the festival. So So hopefully Kathy and company looks at that as they move ahead in the future.